Hello, internet friends and followers. This is not my standard format. This is not usually how I do this, but you're watching Broken Quattros. I'm Dave, and I haven't shot anything for a really long time. I've been on just a bit of a hiatus and just busy with life and school, and, well, not school, my son's school. He's been homeschooled for the last little bit. Well, not technically homeschooled, but remote school, which means he's at home and we're doing stuff with him here. Anyway, it's been intense. It's been a lot of work. It's been busy, and I really haven't had a lot of time to turn wrenches and work on my own projects. And the little time that I did have, I just really, I don't know, I guess I wasn't really up to it and just have been kind of going through a little slump. So, this video, the purpose of this video, is one, to just kind of give an update and let everybody know that I'm alive and that, and two, kind of give a update on projects and things that are going to be happening. And this is hopefully to kind of stimulate myself and try to get things a little bit more, just kind of have a game plan for the next year and what's going to happen and what I want to work on, what I want to show. And, you know, feel free to leave comments below on things you'd like to see or projects that you'd like me to show or places or shows that you'd like to go to. It's been a weird year. I have a bunch of footage that I have shot. I'll try to put some of it together and put it up eventually. I really have some super old stuff from when, like, I first had the URQuattro going and, you know, stripping it down, and really kind of like before I actually kind of started this channel. And so there's not a lot of verbal stuff. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's very, very time-lapse kind of stuff. It's nothing you'd actually want to watch. I might throw some of it together and just kind of get an idea and maybe do voiceover on it. I don't know. That's beside the point, not the point that I was trying to make here. The point I was actually trying to make here is I'm going to try to commit to trying to get a video out at least every month. I pay $10 a month for my editing software, and so if I'm not at least making a video a month, it seems silly to me. The truth is now again, my channel is not monetized, so it's not like I make money doing it. So that's not the concern. It's not like it's paying for that or anything like that. I'm doing this for fun. I enjoy it, and I like sharing my passion with these cars. So that's the channel. That's what I do. It's all for fun. It's nothing serious. It's just my outlet, and yeah. I haven't been shooting a lot of stuff, and I haven't been doing a lot of stuff. Just been busy, so we're going to try to recommit here, make that happen. As part of that recommitment and to what I'm actually trying to do and what I'm going to be doing in the next year, I have some work that I have to do. At the end of this video, I'm going to put, I just got some parts in the last few days here. They came a day apart, but I have like a little unboxing of the one and just a quick clip of the other one that I literally just shot right before starting this video. I'm probably going to include those on this video and just kind of show you some of the new parts that we have, but I'm going to give you a quick rundown of kind of what my goals are for the year and what I'm kind of trying to work towards. Obviously, these are automotive goals. These aren't like life goals or whatever. So let's start with, let's see. I guess we'll start with the daily driver. So the S6 Avant, that's my daily driver. I love it. It's a great car. I haul all sorts of stuff in it, and I just love it. The bumper broke on it on Mother's Day of last year. There, you can't see it, but there's actually an S6 bumper that I'm filming from that this is sitting on top of. My little camera setup is sitting on top of. That'll probably get painted and installed, and that's kind of on the list. I'm not too worried about getting that done during winter time because there's just more chance that it's going to break anyway, so not worth it. So springtime, we'll get that painted, we'll get that on the car. The car has it's actually been this way since I bought it. It has a cracked exhaust manifold, and so I do need to get in there, replace that exhaust manifold, install a new one. As with most of my stuff, if I'm already taking everything apart and I'm already doing all this work, why not go the extra step and go bigger or better? That's kind of always my thing. is if you're going to fix it, you might as well make it better. So we'll probably do something along the lines of an RS2 or equivalent exhaust manifold on that. And spoiler alert, there might be a new turbo that'll go on it too. That'll be later in this video in the unboxing. So that's the S6. Nothing crazy for it. I do have a set of lowering springs kicking it right down there. To be honest, I kind of like the ride height. I just did the 17Z swap a while back. That's been awesome. Those work super, super good. I'm just running winter tires with studded Hakas on it. Hakas are like the best snow tire you can find. I'm loving that. So for that, it's just going to be clean up and use. Again, that's just the daily. It's nothing fancy. Maybe we'll lower it. Maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see. Basically, if I lose a strut or something gets really wonky, I definitely will. And yeah, we'll go that direction. Now, S2 Clone / Quattro. Right now, I'm chasing some ignition cutout problems. I don't know if it's fuel related, ignition related, or what. I've changed spark plugs. I've changed the what is it called? The coil pack harness. I've changed coil packs, and it's still just kind of like it'll cut out and die on me, and fall on its face or whatever. It's annoying, and I know that it's running super rich, so I did install a wideband on it, and I haven't actually even logged anything with that yet. It's kind of just hibernating right now. I did put all-season tires and wheels on it instead of the like summer-specific BBS LMs. And so yeah, that's that car. New Year's going to bring probably a new tune, or at least testing a new tune on it. Paint is going to be a big one. And more just enjoying it. And O&E swap will happen in that car as well. So those are the three big things for that car, at least. Get it dialed. Oh, the stupid radiator it's a brand new radiator, and it's leaking out of the top. It's like that plastic top piece. I have a spare all metal one. I'm just going to toss that in there. So that'll go in there too. But that's small potato stuff. So we'll swap in that. We'll probably swap in an O&E. And we'll get it painted and looking good. I'd like that to be a nice, respectable looking car. It's close. It really needs paint. That's really what's going to hold it back. So that's that. The 90/20 valve Quattro Sport, yada yada yada. It's running great. It's all the maintenance is caught up basically. There's two things that I still want to do. I have that same B4 that I took like all the door cards and everything else from the junkyard. I also have the carpet for that, so I'm going to swap in that carpet, and I'm probably going to swap out the pad that's in there because it's old and nasty and whatever, and it always gets wet and has a funk of a smell in it. So we'll probably replace pad, replace carpet. I'm missing some of the carpet that's in the trunk, which I have a friend that I'm probably going to get that from. And then I think I need to swap the transmission, so my buddy Nelson, thanks Nelson, sent me up a transmission, actual 90/20 valve transmission to swap it with, so it'll be the correct gears and exactly the same as the original. So we're gonna install that. We'll probably go to my buddy Ben's shop. Thanks in advance, Ben, because I do not want to do this on my back and I don't want to do it in the driveway, and I'm old and lazy. So there's that. The URQuattro. Yeah, I've kind of visually you can tell that. Just talking about it gives me anxiety. So, the URQuattro. I want to get it painted. But, I've lost a little motivation on it, and I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose total motivation and just kind of let it sit for years and years and years and years. So, slight change in plans. I think when it warms up, late spring, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to paint the engine bay. I'll probably enlist my friend Ian. He is an awesome friend, and he used to be a professional painter. Now he does other stuff, but he's somebody who I can trust, and we'll just paint the engine bay. The idea behind that is the engine bay will be painted, it'll be done, and when I paint the rest of the car, I won't have to worry about it. This allows me to then do all of the mechanical stuff, the stuff that I'm actually good at. So install engine, install transmission, install suspension, do all of that fun stuff so that then I can actually drive it and enjoy it a little bit and save up money so that I can go and take it to get it painted and get it done right. The truth is I might also paint some of the interior as well, even though I'm trying to think of anything that might, I don't know. There's not a lot that I need to paint because it's all kind of covered up. So I probably will still do a glass out style spray. However, the car will be running, driving, and somewhat finished. That's kind of the direction I'm leaning in. I just think that it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to do it that way. So, slight change of plans there, but it's really just to keep myself motivated and keep myself moving forward on that project and not just let it collect dust. There is another car that I've owned, actually, Facebook reminded me just the other day. I've owned it for 7 years. And for the last, oh jeez, how long has it been? 3? 4? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Maybe I'll put it in the edit what it actually has been. But 3-ish years ago, maybe 4. So I got it 7 years ago. I got it kind of running, driving, swapped the timing belt on it. It's a B4, you know, US spec B4. I swapped headlights, put RS2 headlights on it. I put a European bumper on the front. And then I caught up all the maintenance. So it was a V6, whatever. I'll go probably more into depth on this car when I do a video on it. But suffice it to say, within that first year of ownership, I did a 1.8T swap and documented it pretty well on the forums, and it was a great success. The car felt, not only was it a lot faster, it was also a lot more nimble. The steering feel was so much lighter. It really transformed that car and really made it a great car. That V6 is just a pig, and it's just not fun. So, what happened is that car actually, I mean, it was my daily driver, had AC, everything, but I developed rod knock. I kind of forget the details of what happened. I don't remember if it was oil starvation or what, but regardless, started knocking, and I ended up pulling the engine. We rebuilt the engine, put in rods, kept the stock pistons. I did like the manual integrated engineering, like timing tool, or timing, what is it called? Timing tensioner. Did a whole bunch of stuff to it. Installed it. It runs. New downpipe, new turbo, big turbo in for a 1.8T, but it's like a GTX 2867. Not big, but, you know, decent for what it is. Was still able to retain AC. I actually got it all the way to where it was running and driving, running and driving, but not driving. I say not driving because I didn't finish all of the cooling system, but yeah, I could move it and drive it, but I just didn't have cooling, so I didn't leave it running for a long time. However, the problem is Utah sucks. It's not. It doesn't, but it does. It was parked on the side of my house, and that, you know, that pearl paint, it got cooked. It got cooked. And it is actually one of the reasons I really drug my feet trying to even get it done, and it's really the reason why I didn't do anything with it, because the paint got hammered. Just that clear coat totally went, went away in a lot of places, and then it literally just fogged out on the rest. And it sucks, because it was actually a beautiful, 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 beautiful paint. So, that's why it kind of got parked. And then, truthfully, I stole the RS2 headlights off of it for for my S2 Clone, and it's sitting on the side of my house under a cover now. But it's very unloved and very sad. So we're gonna resurrect that project for 2021. That's my goal. I want to resurrect that car, finish the cooling system, put its bumper back on it. I got another set of RS2 headlights for it already. Thanks, Alan. And yeah, that's kind of that's the goal. So that's the new project that's coming to the channel, that's going to be resurrected and put back on the road. That's my goal. As far as the paint's concerned, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably going to wet sand it and see what happens, see what I can get away with, and go from there. in my head, I see it as I'm probably going to end up wrapping the car. So I'll probably wet sand it, get it clear, and get it uniform, and then I'll probably wrap it. And I was thinking of just doing either like a, I don't know. Feel free to leave comments on what you think. It's a pearl white car. I was actually thinking of either doing like a matte, like the frozen gray style color, like a metallic-y gray but matte finish. I also had thrown around the idea of leaving it pearl but doing like a wrap pearl in either a matte finish or satin finish, something along those lines. I'm not sure. Feel free to comment, leave your suggestions. But we're going to try to bring that car back from the dead. We're going to try to get the S2 painted and on the road officially in a good way. A little bit of maintenance on the S6 and the URQuattro. I'm not planning on having it done in 2021. I'd like to, but it's kind of on the lower end of the scale. Again, I think what we're really going to do, I think I am going to try to get the engine, transmission, and running gear in it so that it is running. That's possible. It won't be fully finished. I'll still need paint work, but that's the goals. That's what I'm trying to do. Sorry for this format. Again, this isn't the normal video stuff. If there is a type of video that you like more, feel free to comment. I don't really have a set format. A lot of it's vlog based. This obviously is just totally vlog. This is just updates on Dave's life, boring background, whatever. You know, sometimes I do road trips, and so you see a lot of time lapse with that. Sometimes when I'm working on the car, I do a lot of time lapse because it's slow work. Other times I'm trying to inform you and telling you, here's how you do this, here's how you do that, and here's this and that, and here are the differences in these engines. Those videos seem to get a little bit more traction where I'm actually teaching something. While they don't normally get like the popular quick views, they get the longer views over time. I don't know what's best. Again, if you have a suggestion, let me know. Message me directly, leave it on the comments, whatever you want to do. I am curious what everyone's feedback is. But thank you for watching. I am going to be putting in the rest of the video is just going to be me showing you new parts and stuff like that and where that goes. So thanks for watching. Again, Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a good one. Let's make 2021 a lot better than 2020. That's all I can say. It's been crazy. Being at home has been weird. We've been safe. We haven't had any issues. But I'd really like to go outside, and I'd really like to do things, and I'd really like some car shows to happen this year. Just even cruises with friends. These are all things that I miss. I miss that interaction. It's one of my big releases, and it's one of the things I love. So, thank you, and here's the rest. Got this in the mail today, actually, and it's actually from a viewer. But I paid for it, and I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm going to go with this in the URS6 Avant. But probably in this video, when I release this, it'll actually probably be known where exactly this is going and what exactly is happening. I have on my Coupe Quattro, on my S2 Clone, I do have a Volvo turbo installed. Spoiler alert, this is a Volvo turbo. However, this one has a billet wheel. It's packaged extremely well. And it has different software. So I have, on my Coupe, I have the EFI Express chipset. Mark's been offering it ever since, so I was one of the early adopters slash first people who actually ran one of those Volvo turbos. And Mark, I was using VEMS at the time, and Mark tuned mine remotely at that time. And then he's been offering Motronic tunes as well for them since that time. So, on my Coupe, I've been running into issues. It's been running really, really rich. And then it's just been cutting out, it's been misfiring. I've swapped plugs, I've swapped all sorts of stuff. I think it's actually tune related slash too much juice related. So this setup is a Volvo turbo setup. It was used in a URS4, came with ECU. It runs the same injectors I'm running. It runs a slightly different fuel pressure regulator and a larger fuel pump, which are easily swappable. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little A to B comparison. I'm going to swap over this ECU. It's really easy to do in the coupe, the way that I have it set up, and just see if my problems are tuning related, or if they are other related. So if they're ignition or mass airflow or air leaks or vacuum leaks, whatever it might be, I'm going to test and see where the problem lies. But at the end of the day, I'm going to end up with a whole nother turbo setup that I can use in my other car. So inside here we got the larger opening for the thing. We got the 630 injectors, and it looks like we have the Walboro, I think it's a 255 fuel pump. This setup should work as a basically plug-and-play setup in my URS4. Well, I have a URS6, but should be a plug-and-play kind of solution for that. He's also got like a little adapter for the turbo that'll help with the diverter valve. Also, fun fact, locally I picked up another Volvo turbo. The guy was selling it. He had like the block-off plate listed and stuff. So I hit him up, and he's like, "Oh, you can have the whole turbo for 40 bucks." So I got the turbo, the block-off plate, everything for 40 bucks. Now, it is extremely tight. It does not have any play in it. However, it does have CHRA damage. So the car was hit while parked, and it broke into the firewall, and it broke off the hot side. There is not a single dent or ding that I can find on the actual turbine or compressor. However, the CHRA was busted. So I'm probably going to just throw this assembly, I'll mark it, and then I'll throw it into an old assembly, old K24 74 or 7200, or this is 7000. They are the same exact CHRA, and so I'll probably just keep that CHRA and put this internal, like, rotating assembly inside of it. That's totally beside the point. But let's see what else we got. Got clamps. This is a V-band clamp. I'm not sure where that goes. Does it go on this? Maybe it goes on that. Okay. It's a different setup. Here is the meat of it. He threw in a Michelin Man hose, which is awesome. Appreciate it. And then we have the fuel pressure regulator. Like I said, the difference with this tune, even though it runs the same injectors, it runs a larger pump, and then it runs a lower fuel pressure regulator. So it runs a 3-bar instead of the stock 4-bar. Not sure which one of these is the 5, or I mean the 3. Let's see. That one says 3, and that one says 3. Oh, so I got 2. Sweet. And then, just to be sure, yep, that looks like it. So here's the turbo. This one's a little bit different too, because this actually has, so when I first did the turbo swap, it just so happened that I had it was a Porsche 951 turbo floating around at my house, and that's a K26 turbo, and it just so happened that that K26 hot side fit this. It had the same exact size exducer as the Volvo 7400, and so I put it on there, and it fit perfectly over the exducer. However, what's the other part called? So it wasn't the same. It didn't perfectly copy the turbo. So anyway, I think they leave a little on the table. I think they're a little loose, but maybe they spool better or hold more boost up top. But yeah, that's what we have is a K26 hot side on this, and then he also has the billet aluminum. I think that's the 11 blade. What is that called? Compressor. Turbo feels good. It's got a little up and down movement, which journal bearing, so makes sense. But there's no fore and aft play. So yeah, and it's already got a block off plate on it too. So this is basically a plug and play setup. It should already be clocked correctly as well. So we should be able to throw that on and be happy. Like I said, I'm probably going to run it on 2 different cars. So I'll probably throw this turbo onto the daily driver, the S6, and then I'll probably swap back and forth between ECUs and kind of test them out and see what I think between the 2 different tunes, see which one I like more. But this tune also has, I think it has no lift shift, and then it also has launch control. So I'm not a big launch your car kind of guy, but I don't mind that it's there. So we'll play with some stuff like that. But we have more options, and hopefully in this video or a next one, you'll see what I'm doing with this and where it's all going. And there's a chance that maybe I'll throw this compressor, since it's got the better compressor, I might throw that into the S2 Clone. I don't know. We'll see. We got some stuff to play with. I was also thinking, like with this one, with the rebuild that's kind of already warranted, and the fact that I only have 40 bucks into it, maybe I'll throw that into a, make that the bigger billet wheel and machine out the compressor side and make it bigger. I don't know. We'll see. We got lots of fun stuff to play with, and we'll see what happens. So another thing that just showed up, it's kind of funny how this works, but I swear, it seems like every year, a little bit before Christmas, everyone's selling stuff. Everyone's trying to make a little bit extra Christmas cash, or just cleaning up, or whatever it is that they're doing. But things pop up for sale, and I generally spend all my money on stuff for me instead of stuff for family. Anyway, I bought that turbo setup, but I also bought this. This is an RS2 turbo. Oh my gosh. This is not an RS2 turbo. It is an RS2 transmission. Often regarded as like the strongest of the O1Es. It's got the flexible main shaft. It has the close ratio gearbox. Yeah, and it's a 6-speed. So, and this is actually like the CBR. It's the later version. I forget what it is. CRB. I also have a CBL. And then I have my O1E, the TDI. I think it's a DQT. But originally I was going to put the TDI box into the but I actually think this box is probably best suited for it. So I'm going to put the RS2 one in there. It's the closer ratio. It'll be a little bit more sporty. The truth is the is not meant to be the road tripper. And so, you know, having that really, really tall 6th gear won't really be that beneficial. But the Quattro probably will be more of a driver that gets taken on longer trips, and so having that high gear is probably more helpful there. I can always swap them back if I want. Not that I would want to swap transmissions for no reasons. But yeah, anyway, so that's another fun little thing that I picked up. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Apologies because this isn't the standard format, but projects coming in the new year. Thank you for watching.